Hey guys, it's Postscript, or you can call me Posty, Vic, whatever. It's fine. It has been a hot minute since I have recorded a video. Life just kind of got in the way for a bit. Work has been very crazy. We are down one employee, so we're kind of all splitting the work. And so it just means that my workload has been a little bit larger than usual. But I did find some spare time this weekend to do a little build for you guys. I'm not really a builder. I wouldn't say I'm the best builder. I really struggle with like exterior and like the landscaping and that sort of stuff. It is not where I shine. But I was on Pinterest and I kind of got inspired and I saw this like little farmhouse Cape Cod-esque floor plan build thing. And I'll post a picture so that you guys can see what the inspo pic was. If you hear sniffing, that would be my dog. He is currently making his bed to curl up and take a nap, which I'm very excited for because he has been a little bit chaotic this morning. As of recording this, it is Easter Sunday, so if you celebrate Easter, happy Sunday to you guys. And if you don't celebrate Easter, just happy Sunday or happy day to you. But kind of back to the build, I wanted to make something that was a little bit on the smaller side because I feel like when it comes to like larger builds, I get overwhelmed very easily and I tend to make things bigger than they need to be. I feel like that's like kind of a common trend in building in The Sims 4. And then also, I just have been really bummed about The Sims lately. I mean, with The Sims Marketplace, Maker Place, I don't even know what it's really called, but whatever that is kind of a huge bummer. So I really just wasn't feeling like that inspired to really play The Sims. I actually got some new games recently, so I've been playing those on my own time. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played Baldur's Gate 3. Turns out I'm very bad at it, but I'm having a lot of fun. And that is what is important when it comes to playing a game. So going back to this build, I pictured kind of like it being not necessarily like a starter home, but maybe like the first family home. So kind of like the upgrade from like your very first house to like a little bit bigger, so they have room for their family. It ended up being 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, but the bedrooms are actually pretty decent size. So I made it where it's for a infant, and then obviously the parents. I mean, you could always like change it if you really wanted to. I think I might try and start doing more builds on the channel. I just been feeling just like a little bit better about my building lately. Really after this build, I kind of was like, okay, I can do stuff like this, so I'm not going to do anything complicated. I've seen people who build like castles and like Hogwarts and stuff like that. That will not be me. I will not be that YouTuber. I wish I was. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I need to get back into the Llamas and Legends Legacy Challenge. I do miss that challenge. I miss playing with my girl Honora and Judith and then the twins. But yeah, so I just haven't really been feeling the best about The Sims 4 lately. And that's part of the reason why I haven't really recorded. And then I've just been like super, super busy. But let me guys know what you kind of think of this build down below. If there's any other games that you would like me to play on the channel, just let me know. I'm definitely open to suggestions because from the beginning, I kind of didn't really want this to be just like a Sims channel. I kind of just wanted it to be like an assortment of games. But I mean, obviously, I think I play The Sims the most out of most other games. Although lately it has been a lot of Baldur's Gate. But if y'all would be interested to see my Baldur's Gate playthrough, just let me know. I've already killed my entire party 4 separate times, so I'm really on a roll there, that's for sure. But my other idea for the channel was to do stuff like this, where I like build a house and then maybe I make the family for that house in like a separate like cast video, something like that. So let me know what you guys would think about that. I did upload this to the gallery. I will have to check at the end of this video what I put it as. Even though I did this yesterday, I have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't really remember what I put. So I will double check on that for you guys. Let me give you guys some little life updates. So one thing, I told my cousin that I started a YouTube channel. And I don't want anyone in my real life to find this channel just because I feel like I'm still kind of working out the kinks when it comes to like recording, voiceover, editing, that sort of stuff. And she is devastated because she really wants to find my YouTube channel. So I told her that we can make it kind of like a competition. So if she does find my channel, then I will, I don't know, give her some sort of reward or something. But I did tell her that it's not like I didn't use my name in it, like my first name or anything like that. So she knows that it doesn't start with my name. And so I think that's why she's been having a hard time finding it. So I'll keep you guys in the loop if she does find it. I know if she finds it, she's going to comment on a video and being like, ah ha ha, I found your channel. You can't hide from me anymore. So just be on the lookout for that. Hopefully she will find it. Well, maybe not hopefully. I mean, maybe one day she will find it, but I hope that it's not any day soon because I'm still just kind of working out the kinks on this channel. But anyways, back to the build, you can kind of see I laid out the floor plan. It came together really easily. I was shocked at how quickly I was able to kind of lay out the floor plan. Honestly, you could turn one of the bathrooms into like a home office or something, and that would look great as well. Me personally, and this is just like a real life thing, I have to have 2 bathrooms in a house just because, especially if you have like roommates, you just need 2 toilets, you know, like if you get sick, if you both get food poisoning, what are you supposed to do? You don't want to just share one toilet. It wouldn't be fun. So I'm very much a believer in you need 2 bathrooms. And then I kind of pictured like this family had just, you know, they just put in all their money into this house and they were able to kind of make some upgrades, but then in some cases they weren't able to. So I kind of pictured that they put all their money into upgrading their master bathroom, and then they didn't really touch the older bathroom, which would be the infant's, well, as the infant grows, it'll be the child's bathroom or the guest bathroom. And so I made the guest bathroom just look a little bit more dated. I used that how do you pronounce it? Limonia? What is wrong with me? I cannot speak. If you hear my dog, I am so sorry. He gets really upset when anyone walks near our yard. That bark usually means that it's someone without a dog, because if there is a dog with the person, he literally loses his mind and like will start banging on the glass. So sorry about that, you guys, but just a little sneak peek into what goes on while I'm recording. But like I said, I wanted to make this a little bit more of a dated bathroom, so I did that shower tub combo that's like a little bit older. I did like the kind of beige-ish tile everywhere. Limonium? What is it called? Like it's not laminate. The really old floor tile. I'm going to go into the game at the end of this and I'm going to find out what it's called. I am completely blanking on what it is called and it is so embarrassing. I did study journalism in college, so like I should know words, but sometimes words are tricky. There are certain words that I think are really hard to pronounce, and it could just be because, I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell, I've been told I have a southern accent. I don't hear it all the time. I do think when I say accent, it kind of comes out a little bit, and then every once in a while I'll say a word and I'm like, oof, there's that Texas drawl. But culturally is one of the hardest words for me to say. I don't know why. I think it's too many L's and too many R's, and it's too much for my little brain to process. Oh, I almost forgot. One of the biggest reasons why I had to stop recording so much was because I actually had almost most of my plumbing redone. And so there was absolutely no way I was going to be able to record because they were digging like under my house and like the floor would be vibrating. It was crazy. And that took like a little bit over a week, which I was shocked because they finished it so much faster than I thought that they were going to finish it. So but that was a lot of money, and that was a whole lot of my time was spent working on that. You know, being an adult and doing really fun adult things is always awesome. So it was a big bummer for me because it was a lot of money, but the plumber that I worked with was actually half the cost of every other bid that I got, which was insane. And then he fixed my laundry room for free, which was so nice, and I was so appreciative of him for doing that. But In the build, you can see we've moved on to the nursery. I was kind of going for like a woodsy, whimsical, kind of like neutral because I wanted it to work for if you had a boy or a girl. Either way totally works. I didn't want it to be too cluttered because again, I don't have these Sims made yet, so I obviously don't know anything about them, but I want to make sure to include places where they could put like family photos and that sort of stuff. Um, and then we're going to do the kitchen here in the back. And I thought that maybe they would have upgraded their fridge and stove just because I couldn't stand the cheap looking stove and fridge. It ruined the whole aesthetic of the kitchen for me. So I just decided that that is one of the things that they upgraded. There's a handful of things where I made an executive decision, was like, okay, we're upgrading this. Like, it's going to look so much better if we upgrade it. And then there are other places like with the bathroom and that sort of stuff where I was like, okay, we're going to make it look more dated than updated. So that's kind of what's going on over here. I did a really small dining room because I kind of pictured like, well, one, if you have an infant, you don't really need like a big dining room. Y'all let me know if y'all in your house have any like formal dining room. So the house that I bought a house about like two and a half years ago ish, and we completely gutted it, renovated it. I'll be honest with you, I don't recommend doing that. It was a lot of money and it was a lot of stress. I'm very happy with the results, obviously. Like, I do love my house, but it just was like so much work and it was really, really exhausting. I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh, the dining room. So my house has a place for a formal dining room, and I do have a dining room table in there. I do not use it ever. Really, the only times I use it are if I'm working from home and my dog Benjamin is being a bit of a rascal and I need to be close by to kind of make him be quiet if he gets a little bit too rowdy. So that's really the only time that I use it. And then I guess sometimes my roommates will have like friends over for dinner and then they'll eat at the table. But otherwise, like me and my two roommates, we never use it. And we usually, if we're going to eat, we eat in the living room. I have like this really tall, skinny table with some bar stools that are behind my couch. And so you can sit and eat there if you want to. But honestly, I sit on the floor with my coffee table and I will eat on the floor. Let me know if you guys are the same. I'm definitely team floor. I love sitting on the floor. I'll sit on the floor to eat. I'll sit on the floor just to like watch TV, that sort of stuff. I don't really know why, but that's just kind of what I've gravitated towards. I even have a breakfast nook in my house too, and I do not sit at it. I will say in my defense on that, I bought a table. I got for an insane price because my nephew, shout out to my nephew, for his birthday he wanted to go to Nebraska Furniture Mart. No idea why. The kid loves shopping and he loves like home decor and design and that sort of stuff, so he wanted to go to Nebraska Furniture Mart. So I took him for his birthday. I pulled him out of school early and we found this table and we were talking to the like sales associate, and the sales associate was basically like, oh my gosh, like this was accidentally marked down 80% more than it was supposed to. So he told me, he was like, you should probably buy this because the second that corporate finds out, they're going to obviously mark it back up. So me and my nephew bought the table and we were so excited. But the problem was it came with like really, really dark green chairs, and my kitchen is like a very light blue, gray, and white. And so the chairs weren't going to work. So I had the table set up, but I did not want the chairs. And so we didn't have chairs for the longest time. It took me forever to find some chairs that match the aesthetic of the table. And I guess I just kind of got in the habit of never using it. So now the table is there and the new chairs are there, but I don't really use that table. I guess sometimes I'll use it if like someone's cooking in the kitchen and I just want to hang out. I'll go sit at the table, but like I don't think I've ever eaten a meal at that table. I don't think anybody has. I feel bad. I feel like I should use the table a little bit more, but I don't know. It is what it is. So that's why I just did like a really small table, because I was like, honestly, most of the time, and this is The Sims, right? They're probably going to sit on the couch and eat, or they're going to go sit somewhere really weird, like on their bed or somewhere, or go to the bathroom and eat their food, because it is The Sims and that's just kind of what they do. I also found that when decorating and designing the house, I kind of stuck to a certain color palette. So I just picked like 5 colors and I kind of ran with it. So I did orange, yellow, white or beige, and then like a light brown and a dark brown. And then obviously like green with the plants and stuff. And that just made it so much easier to like design, because sometimes I get really stuck on making things like either too matchy matchy or like a wide array of colors and style and theme and that sort of stuff. So it was really helpful to just kind of like pick a color scheme and then just kind of stick with it. And I've noticed a lot of builders that I follow do that. My absolute favorite builder on YouTube right now, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounce it, but her name is like Lucia or Lucia Plays or something like that. I'll put her channel name on the screen so you guys can see her. She does these stop motion builds. I think she is literally the most talented builder, and her channel deserves so many more subscribers because she's so insanely talented at building. I don't know how she does it. It is truly a gift. And so that's something that I've noticed that she does, is she usually like picks like a color theme and just kind of does the whole house in that theme. And it's been really helpful for me when I'm building, because I've always wanted to be a better builder, and I used to think that it was just not in the cards for me. But I am pretty proud of this build. I've never really struggled with like decorating like the inside of houses, but I always struggled with like floor plans, exterior, landscaping. Landscaping is my enemy, and then backyards. And I'll show you the backyard here in a bit. I'm almost done with the interior of the house. But I don't know what it is. I still don't love the backyard. And I don't know if maybe it's like the fence that is throwing me off. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know. It just, for some reason, I feel like the backyards I make always look like slightly off. But it could just be me being my own harshest critic or whatever. But who really knows? But we're almost done with this interior. I've never seen that like set of paintings. I think that's from Enchanted by Nature. It is so beautiful. I really, really like it. And it was like, I had to use a cheat to get it, which was weird. So I'm not really sure what you get that from, but apparently you need to do something else for it. Okay, so here's the backyard. I couldn't decide if I was going to do a pool. I kind of decided relatively quickly that I was like, okay, I don't think I have enough space to do a pool. And I really wanted to use the playground equipment from Adventure Awaits. So I made sure to leave some space for that. But then I had a lot of empty space. And this is where I also struggle, is like I love having like outdoor eating and like a grill and that sort of stuff. But for me, I don't know what it is. It just looks so bizarre to me. And it could just be me being hard on myself and like self-critical for whatever reason. I actually think that maybe sometimes it's because I'll start something, and because it's not exactly how I picture it in my brain, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really bad. But really, I think if I just kind of like stuck with it and committed to the bit or committed to the vision I have in my head, I think it would probably be fine. I was going to use these bushes again, and then I was going to like make them like corner like they did in the front, but it looked really weird. So I went ahead and just put a tree there to just kind of like block off the like weird corner piece of the house that I was exposing, or I was trying not to expose. So then I went ahead and did some low-lying plants. For some reason, I really don't like the grass that is in this. So I built this in Brindleton Bay. This is on the 30 by 30 lot. So I bulldozed another house and then built this over it. But I feel like the grass texture just looks so bizarre. Like it is so flat. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. That reminds me, I mean, this has nothing to do with grass, but I was thinking about when it comes to like speed builds like this, would y'all prefer like me doing a voiceover and talking about the build and then just like talking about life in general? Because me personally, I mean, I could talk to a brick wall. I could talk to anybody. I could talk about anything. Doesn't matter what it is. But sometimes I know when I'm watching speed builds, I'm not really in the mood to listen to someone talk. I just kind of want to hear like some ambient, vibey music and then just watch someone build something. I could do a mix. I think sometimes doing a mix is really nice. I definitely wanted to do a voiceover for this one just because I have not posted in probably a month as of right now. And so I wanted to make sure that I could explain why, because I had a lot going on. but I'm back. I'm going to be much more better about posting and uploading and that sort of stuff. So, today, after I go to my parents' house for Easter, my plan is to go ahead and record some more videos, maybe some more speed builds, definitely Llamas and Legends Legacy Challenge. I wanted to start some new challenges, but I think because I'm not really like in the groove with my schedule yet, I don't really want to start something and then not like stop it. I also have that Planet Zoo series on my channel that I need to go ahead and continue building for that as well. So that's definitely on my list of things to do. But this is basically the end of the speed build. I'm going to jump back into the live game and I'll give you kind of like a tour because there's a couple things I cut out just for like time sake. So I will see you guys in a second when we hop back into the game. Okay, so we are in Brindleton Bay. This is the lot I was talking about. I don't know what it was originally called. I probably should have like taken a picture of it or something. But it is on this back lot back here. It is 61,000 simoleons, so it's not really on the cheap side, but it's not like crazy expensive. So this is what it looks like when you first load in. I think it's very cute. I'm pretty proud because usually I don't like the builds that I make. Alright, so here's like a little top overview of the house. So you walk in. You walk into the living room, pretty small, but it's okay. You know what I forgot to add is a baby mat, but you can buy that on your own if you want to. But you can see the kitchen from here with the little dining room. And then if you go this way through the kitchen, beep beep, we walk right into the bathroom. I put little turtle there. I think that's so cute. So again, I wanted this to feel a little bit more dated, which I think it does. And then there's the shower tub combo, little toilet, the sink, all that good stuff. Then if we walk back out this way we walk into the nursery, which I love the Adventure Awaits wallpaper. I think it's so pretty. Again, I didn't want to really over clutter or over decorate in here, so I just kind of left it a little bit blank. And we'll go back out and we'll go this way. I did include some light switches, some baby toys, some postcards. I think they look good. And there is a burglar alarm and a thermostat, and then there's a fire alarm in there as well. This way we walk into the parents' room, and I added a ceiling fan because I'm from Texas. A ceiling fan is absolutely necessary. And then if you go this way, we've got like a mirror, a plant, the light switches. They've got a little desk where they can put pictures above. Again, I didn't clutter it too much. And then their fully renovated bathroom, which I think is just beautiful. And then the toilet's there. I actually have literally this exact tile in my bathroom. I kid you not. I couldn't believe it when they added it to the game. I was like, that's literally my bathroom tile. And then we've got the backyard. We've got the little play set for when they get older. I picture the people who bought this house, they probably, the previous sellers just probably left it there. So they were like, sure, we'll take it. Oh no, my terrain paint is all gone. Well, why? It's not gone up here. Oh, yeah. The Sims is always fun. I'm always having a really fun time. And then I put a skill building out here, so like an easel, there's a little hot tub, some grilling, some garden things if you want a garden, and then a telescope. But yeah, that is the build. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you're always notified when a new video goes up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.